Hey everybody, it's Amanda from LHL, and today I want to talk about prioritizing decluttering and tidying for relationships and why what we don't notice could be poisoning our family. So, poisoning is a little extreme, honestly, but having more clutter than what you can manage creates problems with chronic stress. So, it's a low level of chronic stress that would sneak in, you wouldn't notice it. Um, yeah, the low level chronic stress is one of the worst because you don't get a break from it. It keeps going and it's sneaky. It just stays right below the radar the whole time. And it's not good for you. It's associated with a lot of chronic diseases, and it messes with your sleep. It can mess with your hunger and digestion. It also messes with your blood pressure and mental fatigue and lots of other symptoms that I probably don't even know about, honestly. So every member in our household, everybody we know, will have a different clutter threshold, and this is a term used by Dana K. White. I have a link to it in my blog that you can watch her video on describing that. I'll just briefly go over it here. So a clutter threshold is how much stuff you can physically manage. Um, Timely, right? So like in a 5-minute tidy up to get it back to this set point, this natural state that you want to keep. It's not natural. let's be real. It's not natural. It takes work, but it's only going to take a little bit of work to bring it back to where you feel under control. So the problem is when we have multiple people in our household, it's easy enough to find your own set point, your own clutter threshold. But when you have multiple people in the household that are also contributing to the clutter and then have their own thresholds, it's very difficult to figure out where do we need to keep the house. The people with the higher clutter thresholds naturally aren't going to notice that things have built up beyond where we agreed, the set point for the rooms, right, where we want them to be. And they just naturally don't see it that way because it's not yet causing them stress. And honestly, even the person who we've passed their clutter threshold isn't going to notice that that's what's going on when they're feeling more constantly stressed because they don't know what's the source yet. So usually when the fights are erupting, we've been long past that point. And that's why people are arguing, because they have already been chronically stressed for a while. There could be other things going on, obviously, besides just clutter, not keeping it tidy. So what we need to do is figure out where as a family we need to keep the space, and then how we're going to go about doing it. So I've put together 3 steps for you. So this is more intended for the person with the higher clutter threshold, but I recommend you do it as a family. I put together 3 steps for how you can work with your family members to determine the best set point for your rooms, as well as how to go about finding the method to keep that point and get back there continuously, regularly. So the first one is to find the set point for each room. So what you need to do is remove things until the person with the lowest clutter threshold, which you won't know at first, but until everybody feels calmer in that space. So this will take some experimenting, and it'd be easy not to go far enough, but I would challenge you to go ahead and go a little too far and bring stuff back if you need to. But you're going to spend a little bit of time with that because the chronic stress won't just go away instantly, but you should be able to feel a notable release in that space to go, that's great. I can get back there. We can tidy this up, have visitors in this room. It's phenomenal. So that's what we're aiming for, is to find the set point for each room. And you can do this literally one at a time. Just pick a room, start there. And when each member of the family walks in, they should be able to relax and have fun. So when you find that point, take a picture. Don't just take a picture of one wall or from one vantage point. Open doors, take pictures of the insides, take pictures from multiple angles. Get this set point recorded. So the second one would be to determine your tidying schedule. So tidying is not the same as decluttering. You've already done that to get to the set point. Now what you're going to do is throughout the day, and you can do it multiple times, but you want to determine how frequently you need to tidy the room in order to keep it under order back to that set point in 5 minutes. So as a whole family, everybody can get up, everybody can do it, or just one. It doesn't really matter how you choose to manage your household. Just collectively decide how this room is going to be maintained and how many people are going to be involved and how many times we're going to tidy up. So that could be just mom and kids during the work day, and then dad and kids at nighttime. You can break this up however you want to. You might have a tidy up when the kids go to bed that everybody does it all together, and then yet another one when mom and dad go to bed. So it doesn't matter what schedule you build, but you want to do it enough times that it's just 5 minutes. It's not a big commitment, and you can get it back to that set point. The third thing is that no matter how much we tidy, if stuff comes in, and eventually we're going to have to declutter again. We want to do this with less lag than the last time that we decluttered, because we want to be able to complete this process in 30 minutes. You should be able to go through spaces even as you're doing your daily routine. You can declutter, and this happens when most people are down where they need to be. That you can, as you're putting on clothes or trying on clothes, picking your outfit for the morning, you can easily tell that this one needs to go because it's ratty, or oh, I haven't wore that in 3 months, and you can just toss it in a declutter bin. And that's what we're trying to do here, is set a schedule for decluttering. How often do you need to go through and deliberately declutter in order to get that set point back? So you're going to drift from it a little bit because more stuff accumulated, but how frequently do you need to come in and just take things away from the space, throw things away, recycle things, return things, just complete processes, get it done, and then get yourself back to your set point where everybody feels relieved and happy and relaxed. And that's what we're aiming for with this. And so if you're interested in more information and links to other research, go ahead and check out the blog. I'll put it in the description below. This is how your family can declutter and tidy for relationships to keep everybody calm and healthy. Thank you for joining me. And if you want to check out more videos on some suggestions for avoiding procrastination clutter or why spaces become overwhelming, check out the other videos that I have. Thanks. Bye.